Hi friends, today we are going to see how to install a Apache Web Server in a CentOS Linux system. This is nothing but an HTTPD package that has been provided by Apache. So once we install this HTTPD package in a Linux server, we can turn that server into a web server, and from there we can host the web pages. So HTTPD package allows us to turn a normal server into a web server. So let's see how to install Apache Web Server, that is the HTTPD package in a Linux CentOS. We are going to use a CentOS 7 Linux server. So let's see the steps that we need to follow so that we can install and make a Linux server into a web server. So these are all the process right now. We need to install the HTTPD package. For that we are going to use install HTTPD command, and after that we are going to verify whether these directories are created. So these are all the /var and /www are the default home directory for Apache Web Server. So once we install the HTTPD package, these home directories for Apache Web Server will be installed automatically. So let's see, once we install the HTTPD package, we are going to verify those directories as well. Okay, so now let's get started. So let me open up my Linux server. So this is my Linux server, and let us install the Apache HTTPD package. So the command for installation is we are using a yum command, yum install HTTPD, and give a star command at the end so that it install all the dependency packages and all the related files related to HTTPD. So I am giving the enter key, pressing the enter key now. So now our system is installing the HTTPD package. So all the dependencies files are being resolved now. So if we see the result over here, so it is going to install all the HTTPD packages. So it is totally giving the status as totally it is going to install 4 packages, and also the size of the packages are showing here. So I'm going to give yes. So it is getting downloaded and now it is getting installed. Okay, fine. So I can see the output here. So it has installed the HTTPD package and all its related dependency files are also got installed successfully. And let us see the status. So once the package has been installed, we need to verify the package has been downloaded successfully or not. So this is the command rpm-qa, then the grep from httpd. Okay, great. So now all the HTTPD packages and its related dependencies packages are all got installed successfully. Okay, so all our packages has been installed successfully. Now let's go back to our document and see what we need to do next. So here we need to check the home directories for the Apache. So here it is /var and /www. So let's check the files directories whether we have all the directories got installed. So let me put cd/var and let me put ls command, and here. So here the www is there. I am going into that and I am seeing files are there. Yeah, HTML file is available, so which is showing that the Apache package and its directory /var and /www got installed successfully, and also the related packages inside those directories, and HTML is very important, and it is also got installed. So right now it will be empty now. So let's see, is any file? Okay, yeah, it is empty. Yeah, so all the related home directories for the Apache has been installed successfully. Okay, so all the 3 steps has been completed successfully. So now let's move on to the next step. So after installing the package, we need to check the status, whether the HTTPD status is up or running or not. And let's check the status of the HTTPD. So for that we can use the systemctl status HTTPD. Okay, so here it shows, yeah, it has been loaded, means it is installed in the system, but it is not active. So the active status here, it shows it's inactive. So for that, to enable the service, the HTTPD package, we have to enable the service, start the service in the first step. So let's go back to our document, and here we need to start the HTTPD service. So here it is systemctl start HTTPD. So let's use this command, systemctl start HTTPD. Okay, so now let's see the status, systemctl status HTTPD. Okay, great. Now the status, it shows it's loaded and active, it is active and running for the last 7 seconds here. So we have turned on, we have started the HTTPD services successfully on our system. And let's see the next step. And next, this is enabling the HTTPD service. This is kind of like making the system to be aware whenever the system gets rebooted, it have to by default start the HTTPD services. Even though this Apache service will start once a system gets rebooted, to be on safer side, we have to make sure that we are enabling the service. So to enable the service, here if we see the output here in the status command, here we can see the HTTPD service. Here it shows it's disabled, which means when a system gets rebooted, this Apache service won't be up and running. So we have to manually again run this systemctl start HTTPD command. If it is one server, it is fine, but if we have a lot of hundreds of servers, so we cannot go and run it manually for each and every service, right? So for that we have to enable the system this HTTPD service. So for that we are going to use the systemctl enable HTTPD. Okay. So here, before enabling the service, we can see the status here, it is that service is disabled. Okay, so now we are going to enable the HTTPD service. So we enabled it. Now let us see the status. Okay, so here we can see the service status is enabled, which means whenever we reboot the system, even though if we reboot the system, we no need to manually again make the HTTPD service to start, that is systemctl start HTTPD service. We no need to run it manually. By default, system will get to know that HTTPD service needs to be automatically started when the system gets rebooted. Okay, great. So we have installed the HTTPD services, and we have started the HTTPD services, and we have enabled the HTTPD services. So now let's see what is the next step that we need to do. Okay, so the next step is enabling the firewall, so that our HTTPD request will be shared to the client request. So for that we have to use the command firewall command permanent and add the service HTTP service to the firewall. So let's do it. Firewall cmd firewall -command -permanent space -add -service equals to HTTP. Here we can also give HTTPS as well. So right now we are adding, so what it shows, okay, already enabled HTTP success. Okay, let's try to enable HTTPS as well. Let's enable HTTPS. Okay, fine, great. Okay, so we have done all the mandatory steps that needs to be done for installing the HTTPD server. So now we have to check whether the installation that we did so far is working properly or not. So let's see what is the next step we have in our slide. Okay, for verifying the Apache Web Server is installed and working correctly. Okay, we need to use this command elinks and see what is the output that we get. It's elinks http localhost. So here we will get a text version of our Apache Web Server. Okay, great. So this is the output. So this page is used to test the proper operation of the Apache HTTP server after it has been installed. If you can read this page, it means that the site is working properly and the service center is yes. So we have successfully installed the Apache HTTP web server in our system, and right now we have to check from the browser as well, right? So from the text end, it is working properly. The text message that is on our Linux command screen, it is working properly. But from a web browser, since Apache is HTTP server, which is used for serving the web pages from the web browser, we have to make sure that it is also working properly in the web browser. So for that, we have to use our public IP address. Let me exit out of the text screen. I am giving a Q button and I am getting this screen. Do you really want to exit the elinks? I am hitting the enter key. It is already selected yes. So I am hitting the enter key. Okay. Now I need to check whether this web browser is able to fetch the web page that is hosted in my local system. So let me get the public IP address of my web server. Okay, here this is my public IP address of my web server. So let me get this to a web browser. So 192.168. Here let me give HTTP. Okay, it is already here. 192.168.56.107. Okay, great. This is working properly. So we are able to see those same image that we got in the text mode in our Linux server. So the same page is showing here as well. So which means our installation of Apache Web Server is working properly and it has been successfully installed on our Linux system. So guys, so far we have installed the Apache HTTPD service, HTTPD software, and then we have checked the status and started the HTTPD service, and also we have enabled the server, which will help the server when it gets rebooted. The Apache server will also gets rebooted, so we no need to reboot it manually. And after that, we have enabled the firewall services so that our web service request will be available to the clients, whoever is requesting our web page. And finally, we have tested it using elinks command internally in our server, and also using our server's public IP address. We have tested in the Firefox browser as well, and it's working properly. And thanks for watching, guys. If you have any comments, please leave a comment, and give a thumbs up and share our video, and make sure you subscribe to our channel so that you get all the updated videos that we put in the future in our channel. Thanks for watching.